So today we are here to continue reading, and we finished 2 verses in this book, and today is going to be the third verse, verse 3. So verse 3, the topic is stages leading to the appearance of prema. But there are a lot of things actually here. Even though we should be able to finish it today, but it is very intensive. Very intense. There are a lot of so many jargon, so many things are the concept, everything is coming in. So before we really delve into, so what exactly all these prema bhakti is all about is these 3 things. So what are those 3 things? That is what this is, like a triangle. So the 3 topics of Prema Bhakti, what are those? Bhagavan Sri Krishna, so he's on the top. Then you have Bhaktas, and then we have Bhakti. So these are the 3 things which are all involved in the stages leading to the appearance of Prema. And the sloka that we are going to be seeing here is, what you see is coming from this specifically, this particular book is, this particular sloka is so intense, which is expanded by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura into Madhurya Kadambini. It is basically the book, whole book is about this expansion of this one sloka. What is this? Ado Shraddha Tada Sadhu Sango Adabhajana Kriya Tato Anartha Nurti Shyat Tato Nishta Ruchistada Ada Sakti Tado Bhavat Tada Prema Vyudanchati Sadhakanam Ayam Premnam Pradurbhave Bhavet Krama. So now going back, this is something that we have to understand before we really get into this. Because we are going to be talking about a lot of things about anarthas especially. And before that, I am really, going to really just to the slide. The next slide is this. So this Prema Bhakti, how it is really going to start always, not that everybody can straight away jump to that, unless one is the associate of the Lord. So people will be starting from dharmi or karmi, and then they will be interested in about yogas and karma yoga, ashtanga yoga. So all these things will be coming through and become jnani, and then after that only the bhakti stage really coming high. So now the new initiated devotee is called Kanistha, okay? Because we are going to talk about that. That's why I'm giving this background a little bit. Kanistha. Then, so Kanistha means, basically that stage means I do not want any karma, I don't want any jnana, no ashtanga yoga, nothing. So they are going higher than that. Then they take initiation. That is the Kanistha level. So here what happened, the Gita's 1866 and 1865, they are applicable. What Sarvadharman Parityaja, you throw everything out. And then come to me. So that is the Kanistha stage you are coming. Then after that, the Ananya Bhakti comes. That means you do not worship anyone else. Only Radha Krishna. This is called Ananya Bhakti. If you do not have Ananya Bhakti, if you start worshipping this and that and everything and saying that everything is same, then you are not going to go into the ladder. You may be either staying in the same or coming down. This is the problem. So Madhyama stage means Madhyama means intermediate. Kanistha means beginner. Madhyama means intermediate, Uttama is highest, advanced. So, Ananya Bhakti is Madhyama Adhikari, then Prema Bhakti is basically only when you come to the Uttama Adhikari, that comes, then the pure Krishna Bhakti really goes high and high. Okay? So all these scriptures are all actually dealing with this prema bhakti. So if we see that the scriptures, whatever we are reading is really pertaining to not even Madhyama, Uttama. That is why it is going to be tough to really understand in some ways. But we will give a shot. And now the sloka that we just touched. What is the sloka that we really touched? This is the sloka. These are the 9 levels of Bhakti Lata coming from Shraddha. Shraddha means faith. Faith in Shastras, faith in Guru. So actually, Guru, Shastras, the faith is called Shraddha. So here, what are those? Remember, it is talking about a tree. A tree which is really growing. Or rather vine, V-I-N-E, vine, which is growing all the way with putting 2 leaves, then another leaves, and then growing and growing and growing. So it is that is how this Madhurya Kadambini by Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakura, this is how the whole thing is structured about. So the 9 levels, or what are the 9 levels that we are talking about? Yes, Shraddha is the first one. Actually, for many devotees, they may think that, oh, I am worshipping Radha Krishna, I got initiation. They may be still in Shraddha only. They may be even struggling. Okay. So what happens is, even those who think that they have taken initiation, they may be still struggling to really get the Shraddha. Shraddha means awakening of faith in Guru and Shastras. That is like a ground. So, because if you don't have a fertile ground, how can you grow anything at all? So, Shraddha is the foundation. So, without the foundation, nothing can be built. This is very, very important. So, that is why a Guru, he is really going to play a very, very important, very, very important stage is Shraddha. So, there is a question also. Hare Krishna. Okay. What happens when a Kanishta Adhikari dies? Will they have to start all over again to reach this stage? No. So, because in Bhagavad Gita, Lord actually guarantees. So, whatever the sadhana one is really doing and whatever the level one has come, and because of whatever the reason, he dies. And he will be actually given a chance again to really go from that onwards. So, then he will be starting from where he left off. That is how the whole thing comes. So, in any sadhana bhakti, nothing is going to be waste. Okay, so that's a question to that. That's an answer to the question. Okay, now the final stage is what? That is the prema. That is what we are actually talking about. For that, there are these 9 levels of bhaktis are there. I don't think that we will be able to, not everybody will be maybe able to understand right now itself about what the details of that. But as we go, that is again Madhurya Kadambini, details completely all the symptoms and how will you know we have bhava? How will you know we have at least asakti? How will you know we have the anartha nivrittidan or nishta, ruchi? What are the symptoms? It's like thermometers. It's a big chapter. It is not something that we can actually just answer to just like that. It is very, very, very deep. Okay. So, but anyway, so we will get into there also. So, Shraddha, after Shraddha comes Sadhu Sangha. Sadhu Sangha means association with saintly people, pure devotees. So, that is Sadhu Sangha. Then comes Bhajana Kriya. Bhajana Kriya means practice of devotional service. So, without the Shraddha foundation and in taking initiation, then nothing is going to work. You will be just there wherever you are. So now this is going on, Bhajana Kriya. Because why? Gurudev is actually forcing us to do the bhajana. He is helping. She is actually helping a Shravana Guru and Kirtana Guru, all those. And he is really telling Harikathas. And also he is telling, and you do this way, that way, this way, all the direction, everything Guru is telling. That is why we need a Guru. Okay, so Sadhu Sangha happened, Bhajana Kriya is going on. Now that bhajana will try to clear all our anarthas, which we will be talking about in detail today. Okay? So, that is anartha nivritti. What is anartha nivritti? Cleaning our heart and obstacles from the path of bhakti, such as worldly desires. Always remember, people may think, oh, every time I attend the class, always telling that, you should not really have desire for wealth and, wealth and these and all kinds of things. But, that is what the thing is about. So every saint will say the same thing. So whether you attend the class or read the scriptures, they will tell the same thing again. So that's what is coming. It's all unwanted things. Obstacles for bhakti is what? These worldly desires to enjoy here. Then nishta comes, unspeakable, basically firm resolve. It's like a honey bottle, you are actually pouring honey and without any wavering, it just pours down without any problem. That is basically without any shake. Constant, steady, that's the word. Ruchi means continuous taste. When you are doing bhajana, you really feel the taste and you don't want to stop the bhajana. And the time may be running. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. No. That means you do not have ruchi. Ruchi means you will forget the timing. Forget the time. This is what all our acharyas have really done. No, there is no time for them. Okay? So that is ruchi. Asakti means completely focused on Krishna. Nothing else you want to hear about. People will be talking about, whether this is good or that is good. What is this sampradaya doing? What is the other sampradaya doing? This sampradaya is good or that is good. No. So when you come to the asakti, you do not want to hear anything other than Krishna and pastimes. Only focused attachment, only to Radha Krishna. Because if you do not have the bhava, next stage will not come. Bhava will not come otherwise. So what the bhava means? Bhava means transcendental emotion. You will not be happy other than thinking about Radha Krishna. Anything in this world, it's not going to give any taste for you. That means you are in the bhava level. You do not want to even hear anything about money. You do not want to even do about your own taking care of these, planning this, everything. You don't want to even plan for your life. Because you want to think only about Radha Krishna. You want to read, hear, Harikatha. And in that your material life will be doomed actually. That is why our acharyas used to give good blessing is what? I bless you so that your material life is doomed. No material happiness, but what is the thing? It is the spiritual. That is called, then you go to prema. When prema comes, then it has so many divisions of prema. And highest is a Mahabhava. Okay, that is too much, not yet. This sloka has not touched that yet. Okay, so the prema is the fruit in that particular tree, that the wine, that remember small bush that I put. What is the thing at the thing again? See that? It is the fruit that is the prema. Then see, there are a lot of things attached with that. Those are like the petals. Okay, so we'll get to that slowly. All right. So now proceeding. Now let us get into some of the reading and then come back to the slides whenever that's necessary. There you go. Okay. There are many stages leading to the manifestation of prema. Yes, we saw that. How many stages? How many stages? How many stages? 9 stages that we just read about that, right? And okay, anyway. Okay, there are many stages leading to the manifestation of prema. Among them, those which are most famous in the scriptures will be described here. We are not going into very detail actually, because that is the separate book called that the Madhurya Kadambini. So when we come to this stage, already we are talking about only Krishna Bhakti, nothing else is. Vaikuntha is thrown out already. That is long ago. In the beginning itself we told, no place here. Bhakti Bhakti has no place here. And Vaikuntha has no place here. Any god, demigod, this, no place here. Otherwise you will be stuck in the ladder all the way bottom. That's the problem. So here, the Bhagavat Vimukha Jiva. What is Bhagavat Vimukha Jiva? Vimukha. V means the other way, turning back. Mukha means face, seeing the face. What face we are talking about? The face of Bhagavan. So those jivas who have come to this material world, they are all fallen. They are fallen because they are all Vimukha Jiva. That means they did not want to be with Krishna and serving. So they had the desire because of the small freedom that say, I want to enjoy away from Krishna. That is Vimukha Jiva. Okay? Or one whose face is averted from Bhagavan has from a time without beginning fallen into the unlimited flow of the insurmountable ocean of material existence and is thus wandering here and there. That's what the Brahmanda Brahmitekvana. So when by the special mercy of Bhagavan, the jiva's material existence begins to wane, what happens now? Because he is really here accumulating enough Sukriti. What will happen now? The Sukriti is really going to do something. Brahmanda Brahmitekvana, Bhakyavan Jiva. What happens there? Guru Krishna Prasade Paya. So because of their mercy, because it's coming from actually Krishna only. Krishna is really now seeing, a lot of Sukriti has really come, he has done. So the material existence now has to really come out. So slowly it is really trying to wane out. So the Lord is actually, what Lord does? He uses Guru, Krishna Prasade. Krishna Guru Prasade, Guru Krishna Prasade. So he just show a Guru. That's it, done. Stopped there. Then it is the Jiva's freedom, whatever that the Jivas want to do. Guru may be there. But if the Jiva is not making use of it, that is the biggest ignorance. What can we do? That is why foolish. We will cover all those things. Anyway, at that time, when the Lord is actually giving a Guru and the company of sadhus will happen because of the Guru means you are attached to sadhus. So then the Jiva obtains the extraordinary fortune of hearing from the mouths of elevated devotees the scriptures that are filled with the glories concerning the three topics of, I showed the slide. What are those? Bhagavan, Bhaktas, Bhakti. This is the only topic that we need. In order to get to prema, these are the only three things that are involved. Bhaktas means all the Vaishnavas, pure devotees, that everything, all the Harikathas they are talking about. And also then as we go, Bhakti will keep on actually developing in our heart. For what? For Bhagavan. So these are the three things that are all the topics about this, all the Prema Bhakti is about. So the stages leading to the appearance of Prema as described in the above verses from Bhakti Rasamrta Sindu, this is Sindu Bindu. Let's take only little bit from the Bhakti Rasamrta Sindu, which is the main book. We are not reading that because we want to read the original book from some Acharya's direct command, verse by verse. That's why we are waiting for the book to come. So after this one, hopefully we'll get that. Okay. So we are not reading the Nectar of Devotion by Srila Prabhupada because that is a flattened version. That is different. That has a different purpose altogether. Anyway, so because of the goal of that book is little different. Okay, that's why it's called flattened version. They say. Anyway, now What are the stages that we talked about? We are going to go through the 9 stages now again. Okay? By hearing the Shastras, Paramarthika or transcendental Sutta Shraddha appears. There you go. Paramarthika Sukriti. Okay, that's what one of the comments that's coming. Okay. So the Sutta Shraddha appears. The Shraddha means it's not just a loose word. This Shraddha is transcendental. Paramarthika Sutta Shraddha. What that means is, see, look at here. Shraddha, I may have faith. Faith is not going to do everything by itself. Suppose somebody is saying, okay, so and so is the God, Krishna is not the God. Yes, you have a faith, but it may not be the right. Suppose somebody is giving you a diamond, and actually he is giving a fake diamond to you, and you believe, oh, it is a real diamond. What is the use? Because when you try to sell, they are going to scratch it and then find out, oh, it's a fake. It's not a real diamond. It worth only $1. Not the like $1 million or something. So faith does not really, it doesn't matter. So the faith in the wrong thing is not good. And no faith in the right thing is also not good. So the faith in the right thing is the best. So that is why this Paramarthika Sutta Shraddha means faith in the right thing. So the word Shraddha here implies firm belief in the meaning of the Bhakti Shastra. See, such as Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhakti Rasamrta, Sindu, and so forth. And then what happens next? When the Shraddha, okay, who is giving the Shraddha, by the way? Who is giving to the Shraddha? Shraddha is also coming from Gurudev's mercy only. Remember, see, when the Brahmanda Pramite Gona Bhagyavan Jiva Guru Prasade Paya, so that's done. So now a Guru is given. Now after that, it is you. So that is where it is starting from Shraddha, which is because of the Guru's influence. You are hearing Harikatha, then Shraddha is actually getting manifested, and then you complete full faith. And you come to a stage where you really want to die for Guru. If the Guru says you leave the body, means you will leave the body. So like that kind of intense attachment. See, that's why Guru Padasraya. So after the 64 limbs of the Bhakti, we are going to see that probably from tomorrow onwards we'll be touching that one. Yes, Guru Padasraya is very, very important. And because he is instructing regarding the methods for executing bhajana. What is bhajana? Bhajana means bhakti sadhana. Bhajana means sadhana. That's what it is. So thereafter what happens now? So sadhu sangha, we talked about. Sadhu sangha means Guru and Vaishnavas. Other Vaishnavas are also coming into picture. Siksha Gurus and advanced Vaishnavas, association and discussion and hearing Harikatha, they're all part of the Sadhu Sangha coming there. Then what happens there is, you will be now, that goes to the third stage, one takes up the practices of bhajana, that is bhajana kriya. Kriya means doing. Kri means doing. You are doing something now. You may be hearing, hearing Harikathas or hearing wonderful kirtans, but now you yourself is actually doing the kirtan. You are participating. You are actually trying to really use some instruments to really add again. Like that. And so you are now participating in that. That is what is bhajana kriya. So you are doing the bhajana now. That also includes worshipping the deities. Okay? Bhajana kriya means also worshipping the deities also coming there. Then the fourth is, by constant engagement in bhajana, anarthas gradually disappear. I think today we are going to be, in this sloka, today, this chapter, I think we are going to be concentrating. What is anartha? I said, it's unwanted bad things. So by constantly engaging in bhajana, these anarthas will go away. By more you do kirtans, more you do hear Harikatha, more you do, reading Shastras and like this, hearing all those things, then what happens? Your unwanted desires, bad things will eventually slowly disappear. Like the sun is coming and the all these dews, everything will slowly disappear like that. Then after the anartha nivritti means rectification. Anartha means unwanted bad things. Nivritti means rectification. So that is the fourth stage. Fifth stage is this elimination of anartha that actually takes place in successive stages. It goes on. But actually the anartha nivritti, not only just one stage it finishes. No. It starts from the fourth stage, but then after that, still the anartha nivritti will be going on until you get to the bhava. Okay. So this elimination of anarthas takes place in successive stages. See, as one becomes progressively freed from anarthas, he attains nishtha. That means this fifth stage will come only when the anartha nivritti has taken place to some level. There is a threshold. When that threshold is reached, then nishtha comes. And freedom from all the distraction will go away. Distraction means vikshepa. So at that stage, one-pointedness, that is ekagrata. Eka means one-pointed. One-pointedness will arise. In what? Doing bhajana. That means when suppose some schedule conflicts. Because right now people what they do? Oh, today we have a Gokul Bhajan program. Oh, but I have a guest coming. So what do? They give the importance to the other one. They cancel the class. That means they don't have any nishtha. So when that nishtha comes means they will not care about somebody's coming. If somebody's coming, they will somehow ask them to join. So because why they are doing like this? Oh, I have something else, my class is there, I have a class, I have this, I have that, and all kinds of things coming. They don't have any nishtha. This is why that is happening. So the priority is going to be different. Okay. So nishtha means what is that? No distraction. You are now getting more and more attached. When you have more and more attached and hearing more harikatha, reading more scriptures and hearing and this and meditating, chanting, all those things are all going on. That is the bhajana. Ruchi comes. When the ruchi comes, there is something very peculiar thing will happen. Because what is that one? Suppose you are actually relishing something. Some nice chocolate or something. Wow, wonderful, very good chocolate. You forget everything else. You may be having so many things pending here and there, but you don't want to really bring all those things at all. You just forget everything. You give your full mind in relishing. So ruchi means relishing. So you will relish. And relish in what? In the bhajana. Bhajana means what? What is the bhajana? In sadhana, chanting, kirtans, reading about Krishna, these and reading about their pastimes and all those things, they're all the intense hankering. Yeah. So when that happens, when what? You are actually tasting. You are in the ruchi state. And when now the ruchi will go further deepen, how it happens here the Raganuga Guru has to really come and help. When those things are coming, again more and more help is coming, the ruchi becomes more deep now. Then asakti. So what is that asakti? Because what is the difference between nishtha and asakti? The nishtha and asakti is nishtha, yes, that comes, but it may really, sometimes you may have to force it. Oh, yeah, I am finishing this one, and then you may have to force it. But asakti means spontaneously coming, without any effort at all. That means it has gone into the heart. So strong, so deep, and you don't want anything else in your life. So when you have, that kind of stage where this spontaneous attachment to what? Bhajana. Bhajana means what? All these, Sravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, all those. So when those happen, that is the asakti. Okay? So asakti. Okay. All right. So we saw nishta. We saw nishta, ruchi, and then now asakti is the seventh stage. All right. Okay. In the stage of nishta, even if the mind is not attracted, look at here. By one's intelligence, one remains devoted to the performance of bhajana. Remember? See, there may be other things which may be coming and then, telling, oh, you just finish that one and then do this, finish that, this, everything is coming there. But when you come to this seventh stage, you whether you are doing or not, this is what is going on all the time. You may be doing, some of the things, this and duty, this and everything, that may go opening. But what happens is, it's not the other way. So you are not coming from the finishing the duty and then after that your intelligence tells, oh, now I have to get back to the sadhana. No, not like that. Sadhana is always going on and the duty becomes secondary. You are doing the duty also, but the sadhana is still going on. You understand? That is asakti. Okay. However, when one comes to the stage of asakti, he has no more dependence on any kinds of reasoning by the faculty of the intelligence. See, look at here. It is like a child, innocent child, is really going after candy. Right? It just goes there instantly. I mean, there is no intelligence. No, this candy is not good. No, nothing like that. Oh, candy, I want that. So it's no reasoning at all. That's spontaneously you are running there. Intelligence is not going to be there at all. Intelligence is all crazy. I mean, it has no value in prema bhakti. So at that stage, he is deeply immersed in the performance of bhajana in a spontaneous manner. Yeah, spontaneous. Always remember again, what is the Sutta Bhakti? Anukuliyena Krishnanusilanam. Right? Because that was the first sloka that we really saw that, right? Anyabhilasita sunyam, jnana karmadi anavritam, anukuliyena Krishnanusilanam bhakti uttama, right? So that particular bhakti has to be now spontaneous. When? At this asakti level, it will be spontaneous now. So, prema bhakti is spontaneous. That quality of spontaneous comes here at this seventh stage, asakti. After that, bhava comes. When the bhava comes, your indriyas will start glowing. What does it mean by glowing? That means others will see that there are a lot of bulbs or something. Some 100-watt bulbs are there in every indriya. No, not like that. Spiritually, it was growing. That means you will be able to see a lot of secret things that are all going on in the spiritual world. It will be opening the door for you, and you are not going to be living in the mood of this material world. You understand? When Baba comes, that is why when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes, when he says, oh, Hare Krishna, he faints. Right? Of course, he is in the Mahabhava stage anyway. So that is actually coming with the Bhava. Bhava is the initial things there. It's just starting. To give what? A mood. A mood of what? I mean, this is the mood of bhakti. So this is the intense bhakti. So that comes in bhava. Then, okay, so that again we will be going through. But more than bhava, this material body cannot sustain. It will collapse. It will collapse. Because that is why if one goes more than bhava, that soul will be really gone to somewhere else, some other loka, where Krishna's pastimes are something going on, or high class devotees are there, whatever it is, and there it will be born. It will be different body, spiritual, different body in the sense, not like this kind of material body. It is a different kind of body that we can't even think about it. For example, even to go to Swargaloka, a new body will be given so that the jiva can be really completely enjoying. Understand? So when one is put in hell, there will be a body given. Like for example, when you are actually put in jail, they give a dress. Okay, like that, if for those to really suffer in hell, there will be a body given for them also. Like a different body to enjoy. So there is a body for enjoying, and also there is a different body for suffering in hell. Why? In the hell, that body, one cannot make suicide. In the material body, one can do suicide. In the hell, you cannot. Why? Because otherwise they will, it is too intense for me, and then they will kill themselves and get out. It's not possible. So there is no way of dying there. Okay, you will be really pierced into here, there, everything, all kinds of cooked and burned and all kinds of things happen, but the body is going to be only intense pain will be there, but it cannot die. The soul cannot live that. Until that suffering is completely completed, then Yamaraj has signed the paperwork, all right, now he's relieved, and now he really gets out of this body thrown out, and now if the body has to, if the jiva has to now enjoy and go to the heaven, then he will be given a heavenly body, because it does not, many religions are really so foolish. They say if we do 50% punya and 49% sin, he will give only, just, swarga. It's all foolishness. If you did sin, you had to suffer. If you did punya, you had to enjoy. This is what it is. So both are there. Either you really want to suffer first and enjoy the heaven, or enjoy the heaven first and suffer in the hell. It's up to you to choose. But one has to do. But only when one surrenders to Krishna, he says, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Sharanam. So you surrender to me, I will wipe out all the things there. And if you worship somebody else, he has no power to wipe out. Where is it said? Even Lord Shiva also, to give mukti, he has to chant Lord Ram's name in the right ear in Kashi, for those ones who are leaving the body. Then how about the demigods? So Lord Shiva is the head of the demigods. And then what about the demigods? And everybody is going for the demigods only. For what? They cannot escape. So these escaping from this karmic reaction is not possible. But anyway, so we are not talking about all those things. This is completely different. Because when one comes to this Bhava Bhakti, Yamaraj has nothing. Yamaraj has no jurisdiction over that particular soul. So we are not going to face this big thing, all these, so many people are changing, religions, all right, I can go to heaven and enjoy there, so and so, God is going to be there and this, everything, and then, if you are not coming to really our religion, then you will be put in hell, because there is going to be what? What is the thing day? The day, judgment day. Judgment day is going to come. What judgment? And that is only for criminals. When once you really get to the Bhava, what is that? Now Yamaraja is coming and then he is worshipping you. Sastra says, as soon as one completely stops meat eating, the Devas will start worshipping you. You understand? Right there itself. And then you really go and get Bhava Bhakti. Yamaraj is not able to get Bhava Bhakti. When he gets to the stage, look at what you have. Yamaraja is now worshipping you. And that is what these all the Vaishnavas, what they do. Was that Dhruva Maharaj or anyway, so you may know. Dhruva Maharaj or it was the Dhruva Maharaj, maybe around. So he was the one. The one whose son was Narayana.
Oh,
Ajamila. But because after that, after he's doing, remember he said Narayana, and then he really, then all the Dudas, all the Yamadudas went away. Then he really resigned from his family, and then went to north, and he did tapas, and at the end, these four Vishnu Dudas came to really take him in the Vimanas to Vaikunda. Remember, even going to Vaikunda, because of his intense devotion, he was trying to step into the Vaikunda, that Vimana, and by the time Yamaraja comes to know, how is it going? I haven't given the visa. He's in my jurisdiction, I haven't given the visa. How can he go? He comes there and then tries to, now the Vaikunda, when all these 4 Vishnu Dutas are there, he was actually, just bending down. And by the time, this Ajamila, I think it's Ajamila or Dhruva, one of them, I am not so sure, he put his feet on that head of Yamaraj and got into the Vimana. Look at here. So even for there, because of the intense tapas, Yamaraja is out of the picture. And when Baba Bhakti comes, Yamaraja is worshipping you now. In fact, in this, there is a book called, my memory is really getting bad, and I don't know how long I will be able to talk like this, I don't know. But anyway, so there one book, it's by Rupa Goswami, he says that as soon as one has the hankering of I want to chant, and when that, he's so much fond of chanting the, Mahamantra, like that, it says that Yamaraj will start preparing the paraphernalia, flowers, these scents and everything to worship you. It's said, it is there. I can read sometime. So Baba means very high. Then why people are talking about the judgment day and these all kinds of nonsense? Now, after Baba, then you are actually not going to be living here. Because as I told you, right? Baba comes means then this body cannot withstand. And there then the prema will be really manifest. It is possible sometimes. The prema itself also may manifest here, but this body is not capable of handling that. Okay? So now you have seen all the 9 orders. Okay? What the timing? Okay, all right. All right. Now, today, this particular the chapter, it is going to be talking more about anarthas. What is anarthas? Bad. Unwanted bad things. What are those unwanted bad things? I want a good job. I want to be the boss. I want to make a lot of money. I want this, I want a motorbike, I want this and everything. These are all anarthas. Because you really want to take care of yourself. You want to enjoy in this world. Bhakti is not going to come to you. It's impossible. That is why. This chapter 3 is talking about what are the anarthas. That's all it is talking about. But how can you get rid of those anarthas? That is not being talked about here. It is all talking about different anarthas. How the anarthas will go? You have to get a guru, and guru has to chastise you, and the guru has to give his mercy so that you can actually do sadhana. And by doing sadhana and all the sadhu sanghas and all the bhajana kriyas and all those things, when you do these anarthas, that's what we studied. Just read the few, just about we read that. So it is starting from that stage and slowly, right? When you do the bhajana kriya, anartha nivritti is going to start there. And slowly it will go. But we are going to talk about the anarthas. Anarthas, that is a point it's talking about. Anarthas are 4 kinds. Okay, watch now. Now we are going to get into some deeper. Okay, it's not easy, deeper. There are 4 kinds of anarthas there. How many kinds? 4 kinds of anarthas are there. So what are those? Okay, now you look at the slide. What does anarthas mean? Unwanted or bad things. Okay, what is the first one? Swarupa Brahma. Brahma means is basically you are in illusion. Brahma means Piramai. In Tamil it's called Piramai. Piramai means you are illusion. It's not true. In the sense, what is that illusion is about? That's what it's saying, right? Illusion about what? spiritual identity. Who are you? I mean, spiritual identity means who is spiritual identity? You. And also about Bhagavan also. We'll go through that. So, illusion about spiritual, who are we? We are thinking that we are the body. That's the illusion. This is what, Srila Prabhupada was really trying to really teach this for so many years of his life was really spent on this. This to try to get the jivas out of the Swarupa Brahma. He was the one who was telling, oh, Lord is, God is, Krishna is like this, He is Supreme God, you are a jiva, you are not a body. All right, you are related to Krishna, He is Supreme Lord, like that. That is what the most of the things are going on. And then, of course, the other sastras and everything were also talking about the remaining things also. Anyway, Swarupa Brahma, illusion about who we are, who Bhagavan, what is Brahman, etc., etc. Second one is Asat Trishna. Asat Trishna is the thirst for material enjoyment. This is what the fallen jivas, there are two kinds of jivas, right? Baddha jiva and mukta jiva. Mukta jivas are actually liberated. That means they do not have any thirst for material enjoyment. Oh, I want iPhone, I want that one, otherwise I cannot survive. I want these everything, otherwise I cannot. No, these are all to enjoy. You are not satisfied with the basic things. You want only ultimate. So Asat Trishna. Asat means it is not, it is basically Trishna means something again, you are actually looking something bad for you, bad thing, but you are thinking that I want that. Asat Trishna. So thirst. It is having so much intense desire. Then in that, the third one is aparadha, making offenses. How the offenses comes? Because we do not know the jivas, we are jivas. And by making another living being offense, or you really do bad things for them, hurting them, what is happening is aparadha is causing. Especially the severest aparadha is to insult a Vaishnava. That we are talking about as we go. It's one of the nama aparadha also. Aparadha means offenses, making offenses. Hridaya daurbalya. Okay. Hridaya daurbalya means weakness of heart. Are Gurudev says you have to do 16 rounds, but I am not able to do it. And our Gurudev says you have to do 64 rounds. I am not able to do it. And Gurudev says you have to get up early in the morning, 5 o'clock. I get up at only 10 o'clock. Okay, see, look at here. Yeah, so this is, why is that? Weakness of heart. So this is a problem. So this is anarthas. That means we are not determined. We have some other priority in this world. This is why the problem is. Okay, all right. So, okay, so these are the four things. Okay, again, Swarupa, Brahma, Asat Trishna, Aparadha, and Hridaya, Daurbalya. Okay, so these are the four things. Now again we are going to expand it. Remember, this whole chapter is going to be talking about these anarthas only. But before we really just jump back, I will just take first one. Swarupa, Brahma. What is that? Again, four kinds of, we are talking only one of them. Remember, there are, after the four, I am taking only one, the leftmost. Swarupa, Brahma. That, again, four kinds. What is Swarupa Brahma means? Illusion on spiritual identity. Remember, spiritual identity means what? You are spiritual. I mean, not the body. The soul is spiritual. And also, who else is spiritual? Bhagavan is also spiritual. And also, all the Bhakti is also spiritual. And all this world, world behind something, some power is there. That is also spiritual. Because it's all power of Krishna only. What are those? What are the four kinds of Swarupa Brahma? Illusion on spiritual. First is Jiva Tattva Brahma. It's not Brahma. It's not Lord Brahma. Brahma. That is Brahma. That is different. The spelling is different. That is B-R-A-H-M-A. This is B-H-R-A-M-A. By putting those two letters there, it makes completely difference. Jiva Tattva means you are a Jiva. So illusion, we don't understand that we are Jiva. We are thinking that we are the body. Somebody is asking, who are you? He says, oh, I am so-and-so. You tell your name. Oh, I am an Indian. I am a man. Oh, I am an engineer. I am a doctor. I am this, everything. None of them is belonging to your Jiva. None of them belongs to you. Because next birth, you don't know, you are going to be, suppose you are eating all the chicken and, and mutton, everything, then you are going to be born as a goat or a cow, whatever it is. That is not. See, now the body is different. So, who are you? You are a Jiva. Actually, Atma, soul. So, why it's called Jiva Tattva, not Atma Tattva? Because why we are talking about is, we are talking about only fallen Atmas. These fallen Atmas in the material world is called Jiva. Remember I told you, there are three things. Atma, soul, Jiva. These three are different things. Atma is basically the one which is directly came from Bhagavan Krishna. That time it was pure. Then it really got contaminated, it got the freedom of will, then it's trying to fall down. And then Krishna is one of the Paramatma. One of his, the Paramatma is actually coming with us, and that becomes soul. So soul means Jiva, it means Atma, that is Atma and Paramatma together. Okay, two in one. Like when you really take this, what is the thing called, the peanut. Suppose you take one, inside there will be two of them, like that you can see. There are two of them in. Soul means there are two of them. Atma means only you. That is. Now, when it is coming in the material world, being born, Maya Devi gives a body, then become Jiva. Jiva means something which is living in something else. What is it that is living in? It's in a body, supplied by Maya Devi. Okay? So Jiva Tattva Brahma means illusion about who are we? Look at here. It's a mess. Whatever I am talking about, I don't know how many have really completely understood. So this is Jiva Tattva Brahma. Then the Para Tattva Brahma, this is all about Supreme Bhagavan. Who is God? Many people think, oh, I am not seeing God. Then how can I really believe there is a God? Look at this is the thing. Because we cannot see. Just because we cannot see, we are saying there is no God. So this is the problem. And now, for example, you really take some milk. Take milk. Inside the milk, do you see ghee? There is ghee there. But can you see ghee on the milk? No. But can you say there is no ghee at all? It is there. But only you have to churn and churn, boil and churn and churn. Then the butter comes and then ghee comes. So the ghee is inside. But we cannot see that unless you do the sadhana, which is the churning of the milk. So here we cannot see God because we have illusion of this Paratattva Brahma. Illusion, Paratattva Brahma. Brahma. That is, we don't have knowledge about Supreme Bhagavan Krishna. People say, no, he's not God, this is God, that is God. But even people start saying, the whole population is thinking that Krishna is an avatar. Yeah, and he is nicely doing the job. So that let them get lost. Because they don't want to come. Because the thing is, unless one is really devotional, Ananya Bhakti, how can they find out the truth? It's not possible. That's why it is completely put away. It's hidden. Remember, we are not recording these programs. So, look at this Shastra, how many are able to read this? They won't be able to read that. Now the third one is Satya Sadhana Tattva Brahma. What is sadhana? What is satya? What we are doing, how we have to do the sadhana. Sadhana means spiritual endeavors, activities. What is it? Why we are doing? And what do we get? Satya means the goal. Yes, we are doing chanting, we are doing deity worship, we are doing this, and then morning we are getting up, putting tilak and putting this and that, and we're doing tulasi puja. There are sadhana. But what is the satya? What is the goal? Why exactly we are doing this one? So we don't know. Where will you go? What will happen? We don't know. So this is the illusion. Brahma on what? Sadhana, Satya Sadhana Tattva. Then the fourth one is Maya Tattva. You won't believe. This so-called this Sankaracharya line, this Advaita, they say that only Brahman is real, everything else is not true. Okay? Brahma Satyam, everything else is Asat. But then they are saying, even Bhagavan also comes from Brahman. By how? Through Maya Sati. This is how they say. So they do not know anything about Maya. They are under Maya. Because Maya is a very powerful Sakti of Krishna. So they are completely under Maya. So they cannot understand what it is. So because they are completely under the control of Maya, they cannot even understand who is Maya. What is Maya? What is Bhagavan? What is Jiva? Nothing. They say Brahman, everything. Jiva is Brahman. Maya is also there only. Bhagavan is also Brahman. Array, all this South Indian sambar. Everything is one and the same. This is all Swarupa Brahma. Alright? Okay, remember we took only one of them. Okay? Alright, now let us go back and then read this part and then come back again for the next one. Alright? Okay, there you go. Alright, so we just talked about the Swarupa Brahma, right? Brahma, Asat Trishna, and we expanded only this one, but then after that we'll come back again. So then Asat Trishna, then Aparada, offenses, and then Hridaya Daurbalya. We talked about that. Okay, now let us do the Swarupa Brahma. That again has four kinds, as I said. Swatatvar, Jiva Swarupa Brahma. I put that, Jiva Swarupa Brahma. Illusion about one's own spiritual identity. Right? Now you will be able to grasp very quickly because I explained it already. Then Paratattva Brahma means illusion about the spiritual identity of the Bhagavan. Absolute truth, Bhagavan. Then third one is Satya Sadhana Tattva Brahma means what? Satya. Sadhana, Satya. What is the thing? What is the sadhana? Why are we doing? What is the Satya, the goal? That is also illusion. Alright? The object to be obtained by sadhana. In other words, Prema Bhakti is the goal. Right? And the fourth one is Maya Tattva Brahma. We don't know who is Maya. Because we are under Maya. So how can we understand? Unless the Guru comes and then, breaks the Maya out. It's not possible. Understand? Okay, so that is one. Second one is again the Asat Trishna. Again, Asat Trishna. Okay, let us go back again. There, this Asat Trishna means thirsty. What kind of thirsty? Intense thirsty for enjoyment. Enjoyment for what? Enjoyment not only in this material world. It is also enjoyment in what? Vaikunda. You will see that. There. It's coming. That's also not Bhakti. That is not Prema Bhakti at all. But going to Vaikunda, that's what everybody, even I saw somebody doing channel, what ISKCON is doing channel, saying then how to go to Vaikunda. Look at it, they are doing channel. I said, my God, this is not our Gurudev came to give. This is not our Guru Parambara came to give Vaikunda Bhakti. Vaikunda Bhakti, everybody else can give. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not come to give this. But anyway, look at here how things are going, really horrible. They open up channel, left and right and advertise and things like that. It's separate channel. How to go to Vaikunda? Who? Under? Yeah, our own. Anyway. So there are, what are the four kinds of Asat Trishna? Desire for varieties of material enjoyment. Isn't it that when you eat something, what are the things, You want one appetizer, then you want some, some vegetables, something. And you see, remember, you really go to restaurant, people really go to restaurant, they actually, if they really want to go to some big restaurant, famous restaurant, they will not eat the previous day. Previous day will be fasting, like Ekadasi. Why? Then only they can really enjoy the fullest extent the next day in the restaurant. Unlimited, this thing, they'll go, first comes that, first the taste, something will come, some taste plate or something will come. You take, then, okay. Then appetizer comes. Then after that, there will be juice come. Then after that, again, so many things will come anyway. So then the salad comes. Then after that, there's the main meal comes. Then dessert comes. And dessert also, you can have as many. Then after that, you have coffee or tea and something like that. And you will come to the stage where you can't even put, put anything inside again. And if you see that, why people are going to restaurant? Varieties of things to eat. But at the same time, if you want to make Krishna to relish this, that is bhakti. And then you take prasadam. So what here talking about this asat Krishna is desire for varieties of material enjoyment. You have to be careful here. Okay? Understand? But same thing, that mind, if you really divert that, I want Krishna to enjoy. That's what we do in the Janmashtami. We make 47 items or 51 items or whatever it is we do. For what? If we are making things, thinking that, after that I am the one who is going to be eating all these things, all right. Okay, let us wait until the 12 o'clock comes or whatever it is, then I can. If you are thinking like that, then you are still under this first category. So you should be thinking about how Lord will be happy by giving all these different kinds of relishing varieties. Because all belongs to Krishna. All the varieties of jivas, remember, one jiva is not same as another jiva. Everybody is different. Why he made it? He wants varieties. But the thing is, unfortunately, jivas falling down here and get contaminated in going in that way and were trying to enjoy materially. So this is what the difference. That is why, what you say, Maha Prasade Govinde Nama Brahmani Vaishnave Swalpa Tunya Vratam Rajan. So what would you say? This tongue is very difficult to control. But by prasadam, by way of prasadam, we are making Krishna to enjoy. And then after that, we are taking as prasadam. That makes spiritualized. That's what we are doing actually. Okay? Anyway. Now what is the second one? Going to heaven. Lot of, the religion, they are converting people left and right, promising that they will give heaven. The heavens are not permanent. They are not talking about the rebirth, nothing they will be talking about. You now have some or other, you put all your sins on somebody who you assume that he died because to take your sins. It's like a dumping yard. And every Sunday you go to the church and then dump all your sins on Jesus Christ because he came to die because of our sins. And then every Sunday you keep on putting in the dump yard, in the junkyard. He is going to take. This is a wrong philosophy. You have to correct yourself. You should stop eating all this nonsense, meat and all kinds of nonsense and killing animals. But then you really want to go to heaven. How can you go to heaven? And they are thinking that Jesus Christ is going to come sometimes in the cloud. He is not going to come. He already came. He has come and then he has his own life of going there. Of course, Jesus Christ was then in India for 12 years, that missing years in the Bible. That they don't want to really know about that. So desire for going to heaven and enjoy there. So what is Asat Trishna mean? Trishna means what? Enjoyment. This is the problem. And again, not only Swargaloka. And above that also you have arrangements there. Even in the Padala side also, here lower also, there are all Asuras live. They are also enjoying. In fact, if you really read the scriptures, they are all so many lokas. Lokas even way superior in enjoyment, sense enjoyment than Swargaloka. I have read that. It's there. So, this wherever you want to go and try to enjoy, this is the biggest of another. What is the thing we are talking about? Anarthas. Bad, unwanted things. You understand? Okay. The above means what I put as above in the sense, lokas above that also you can enjoy. All the way to until Brahma Loka, there is enjoyment is there. This Makar Loka, Swar Loka is then Swarga Loka, then after that going higher is a Jana Loka, Tapa Loka, Makar Loka, like that it goes on all the way. There also enjoyment is there. That enjoyment is different, that subtle enjoyment. But still, the desire is there. Asat Trishna is thirst for enjoyment is there. That is not good for this Prema Bhakti level. What is the third one? Desire for Ashtasiddhi. This Ashtasiddhi, look at here Sai Baba. So many Sai Baba. Sai Baba, they are building temples, bigger temples than Krishna temples. And for Ashtasiddhi, look at the Ashtasiddhi is nonsense. And in fact, along with the Ashtasiddhi, there is something called jewels of Kuvera jewels. What is that Kuvera jewels? Remember, some Sai Baba is taking some gold from somewhere, right? Sometime he may be taking from some other shop. People are really complaining. All of a sudden things really go crazy, is missing. Anyway, that is one side. But if one gets really proper Ashtasiddhi, they can really get something from the Kuvera. He has jewels of Kuvera. There are 8 kinds of Kuvera nidhis there. They are called Padma, Mahapadma, Makara, then Kachapa, Mukunda, and Nanda, and Sangha. So these all the things are divided into 3 categories. They are all Satvik and Rajasic and Tamasic. The 2 kinds of, these nidhis, that Kuvera, I am putting that, right? Jewels of Kuvera I am putting. There you go. That's why I am talking about this only. 2 nidhis, Padma and Mahapadma are 2 kinds of things that you get, jewels you get. They are all Satvik, kind of. Makara and Kachapa, they are actually Tamasika. Okay. And then, so it goes on. And if you see that, and Rajasika actually gets the remaining of those, whatever I was telling something, right? This is bad. So they do these yogis, what is it called? The Siddhis, right? They really perform Kundalini yoga, the yoga practices. They are targeting for getting all these things. All of a sudden you will get people, some ash, holy ash. Look at how people are fooling. And the innocent, these innocent people, especially the Kanyamari, there people have no brain at all. What can we do? And then the 4th one is desire for moksha. Moksha means going to Vaikunta. And not only that, any abode. Suppose somebody is worshipping Kartikeya. Of course, he has a place also, somewhere part of he is actually the Senadipati of Indra. That's what he is. And the previous Senadipati retired. He was the one who really was sleeping in the cave when Lord Krishna came, and then finally, remember, then when he really was really bothered, then he got awake and then he really burned the Asura to ashes. Anyway, that is there in Srimad Bhagavatam. So after he retired, now it is Kartikeya. Why are you worshipping Kartikeya? He's just a military person. He's just a commander, military commander. And then Ganapati, Vinayaka, he is actually the remover of obstacles. Where is he getting the obstacles to really remove? He is getting from Pada, that is the Brahma Samhita. He is saying that he is the one who is worshipping the Lord Govinda, and whatever that he putting in small things there, that is what the power he is using that to really remove obstacles. And people are going crazy. Yeah, Vigna, Ganapati worship is very big. But after all, he is the god of Ganapati. Gana means ghosts and goblins. We should not really get into that side at all. Ghosts and ghosts and goblins and everything, they are not tushta. We should not get into that line at all. But again, in the same line, even including going to Vaikunta is also called desire for moksha. That's why Vaikunta Ekadasi means people go crazy. And they do Vishnu Sahasranama every day. They do that. For what? Give me moksha. Krishna Bhakti, this is to be first cut out. Okay? Now let us go back and try to read some more. Okay? Alright? So here, Asat Trishna has 4 types as I mentioned. 1. Varieties of desires for material enjoyment in this world. 2. Desires for enjoyment in the higher planetary systems of Swargaloka. 3. Desires for the attainment of the 8 mystic siddhis and the 9 divine jewels of Kuvera. Padma, Mahapadma, Sangha, Makara, Kuchapa, Mukunda, Kunda, Kunda, Neela and Karva. There is actually a big thing. If you really try to read these yogic scriptures, they are all described as how when they really get into the stages, their levels, when they go, they will be having access to those. They can really take it from there. I don't know what are the things you have to sign somewhere so that you return back or something. I don't know how the deal is going, but they will be able to have access there. They will be open and given an account to really take something from there. But what is the use? There is no prema bhakti. Then the 4th one is the very dangerous. Desire for mukti. Bhukti mukti spurga yavad pisasi grute vartate. So bhukti means this enjoyment. All the 3 are bhukti. Bhukti means enjoyment. Wealth, this, everything there. Heaven, all are bhukti. What is mukti? Mukti is liberation. Going to Vaikunta. This bhukti, these 2 are pisas. Ghosts. Evil spirits. If they are in our heart, how can kadam, how you will get Krishna Bhakti? That is why Krishna Bhakti is written like this. Understand now? Okay. Now, 3rd one is aparat. Okay, let us go back to aparat now. Alright. So, again there are 4 kinds of aparat. What are those 4 kinds of aparadas? Aparad means offenses. Offenses to Bhagavan Krishna. Right, immediately one comes there. One aparad is really committed by all these Mayavadis. Those under Sankaracharya, Swami Vivekananda, all those. What is that they say? Bhagavan also came from Brahman. Aparat. Why aparat? Suppose somebody is telling you, oh, you came from your son. Somebody is telling you, you came from your son. Oh, isn't it that you will be offended? This is not exactly. Because Brahman comes from Bhagavan. How? Like from the sun comes the rays. From Bhagavan, like sun, from him comes the tejas, the effulgence is all spreading all over the place. There is no place where that Brahman is not there. It's just the effulgence of him. Like if we have, every jiva has effulgence too, it's called aura, A-U-R-A. We cannot see it, but with the Kirlian photography, you can really see, you print your own aura, different colors. So like that, Brahman, the effulgence comes from Bhagavan. But these people, this totally nonsense, they are offending Krishna, saying that, oh, Krishna comes from Brahman. Biggest offense right there. Understand? I am giving only example. There are so many ways people are really offending Bhagavan. Second is offenses to Krishna Nama. First of all, Krishna Nama means he has lot of holy names. And if somebody is telling that this Mahamantra is just fake, just like that through mind control only, it is not having any holiness, it is not attached to Krishna, you can make your own mantra. That's what Sai Babas do. Sai Babas, they put Hare Krishna, Hare, there also Sai Baba is the name is also there, they put it. This is offense to Krishna Nama. How can somebody else put their name as part of the Mahamantra? Totally nonsense. Do you think that these kind of people will ever get even a single glimpse of Krishna Bhakti? Just impossible. Okay. Third one. Offenses to Krishna Swarupa. What is Swarupa? This includes his expansions also. Somebody said, what is the Muni that who wrote the Vishnu Purana? What is the Muni? You type it here. Parasara Muni. Parasara Muni wrote Vishnu Purana saying that somewhere he used the word so that people get misunderstood that Krishna is coming as avatar of Vishnu. Everybody is gone crazy. It is offense. Because, again the same way, Vishnu is coming from Krishna. And if you say Krishna is coming from Vishnu, again offense. This is why they have no way of coming to Krishna Bhakti unless all these aparadhas are eliminated. These aparadhas will get eliminated. How? By association of pure Krishna Bhaktas and Guru. See, Swarupa, right? All the Swarupa. You see, all the Shastras are telling clearly, is Swayam Bhagavan, Krishna's Swayam Bhagavan, Srimad Bhagavatam says. But they immediately give their own answer saying that, oh yeah, even though it's saying Krishna, that Krishna is Narayana only. No, he is Adi Narayana. Krishna is Adi Narayana, Narayana is Srimad Narayana. Adi Keshava is Krishna. Narayana, actually, if you really, what is this book that I have been reading? Haribhakta Vilasa. Very first thing it is coming there is, the Lord of Narayana is Swayam Bhagavan Krishna. This is how he is pulling from Shastras. Why are they not reading those Shastras? They are actually just getting caught into something that the public people, how they are all cheated, they are also getting cheated. Okay, so that is offenses to Krishna Swarupa. Then the fourth one is offenses to living beings also. Living beings in the sense, what offenses are? These offenses are, what exactly the offenses? We are actually making them to suffer by killing them for eating, for example. Isn't it? Slaughterhouses now, so all supported by Christians, and Islam have their own way of killing. They do halal, because in the Quran it is said that, because God said you should not eat all these things and all, anything that has blood you should not eat, and I have created all kinds of vegetation for you, fruits and everything, that is this thing. But because of satanic influence, somebody was it is there in the Quran. So then the argument was going on, and Lord was so angry. Then finally he said, okay, if you can really eat something that has no blood, go ahead. And also, you have to kill by yourself, your own hand. You have to really strike 3 strikes, kill that by looking at the eye of the animal that you are killing, and divide it into 7 parts, you eat only 1/7 of it. Everything else to distribute. Why he said that? He said that because there is no flesh without blood. See, blood is in every cell. How can you really take out blood? That's why one big rich person who challenged, Arey, give me a piece of meat which does not have any blood, I will give millions of dollars. He wrote a check ready. Check is ready. You just show me a flesh, meat, which does not have any blood in it. I will take the check. Nobody claimed the check. And what do? They really put these animals all in the somewhere ground. They put a tape. There some mantra will be going on. Even the guy who pressed it, he's also not going to be really even listening to that. He'll be talking something or whatever. And they kill it, it becomes halal. What in the halal? Because they already drained the blood. How much you can drain the blood? You cannot. So God has given the word so that you should not do that. But these guys are trying to find loopholes about it. So killing other animals like this for satisfying one's tongue is offense to living beings. Look at here, this chart, this particular slide, how many things that we have touched on? Can you imagine? How can they really come to this Krishna Bhakti? Impossible. Simply impossible. Okay, now let us go back again. Oh my God, I haven't done even 3 pages. Not even 3, only 2 pages I have done. Okay, all right. So now it is 9:20. Okay, we'll do just read this one. We have long way to go. Yeah, this chapter. Oh, I thought today we could. Long way to go. Anyway, get back. So the aparats, 4 kinds I mentioned. Offenses towards Sri Krishna. I went really deeper for you. Offenses towards Krishna Nama. Yes. Offenses towards Krishna Swarupa. Here one more thing is coming. Look at here. Here Swarupa also, I mentioned about the expansions. Deity is also yes Swarupa. Because why? Because we are installing the deity by invoking with mantras. Installing so that the deities are Bhagavan himself. There is no difference. So that means if you do seva aparat, not waking up at the proper time, if it's a temple, right? Home, it's okay, but we have to really try to be very careful. So if you do seva aparat, there is a big section which is there in this Hari Bhakti Vilasa. It's going so much of details also, very much detail. Hopefully, sometimes we may be able to read those also. Okay, so deity seva aparat is also offense, the 3rd kind of offense towards Krishna Swarupa. Then the 4th one we said towards the Tadiya Chitkana. Chitkana, Kana means atom. Living entities who are infinitesimal particles or spirit belonging to the Lord. But again, here it's not explaining us how we are doing with the aparat. But I explained that, saying that by killing them, by harming them, we are actually making aparat that way. Okay. So with this, okay, then before we go to so is there anyone there to sing any bhajan? Today nobody, everybody is busy. No. Okay, there is some comment. Vishnu Purana was not. No. Vishnu Purana was actually originally came from his father, and Veda Vyasa only reproduced it. Okay, there is some text message I am seeing. Vishnu Purana was written by Veda Vyasa only re-narrated. There again a lot of problem happened, but what was his father's name, I said? Parasara Muni. Parasara Muni. And if we really see these, 18 Puranas, 18 Upapuranas, why Veda Vyasa is included is because he heard it and narrated. That's why. But it's all souls is not Veda Vyasa. Other Puranas, complete souls is Veda Vyasa. Here the souls actually came from his father and he got from whatever the souls he gave. But again, in this particular cycle of yuga, our Vyasa is Veda Vyasa, who is the one who really compiled these four, divided the Vedas into 4 parts and gave these. So basically, literally, Vishnu Purana is not coming from Veda Vyasa directly. It's from his father. Yeah, good. You really put the thing again. But remember again. So we have to remember this very well. So, okay. And all right, so what we'll do is we'll do the Hridaya, Daurbalya, and then we'll go for the next one. So I want to finish it by on time here again. Okay, let's go again to the slide. Okay. Again, these Hridaya, Daurlabha, what is the Hridaya means heart. Daurlabha means weakness. So Hridaya Daurlabha means weakness of heart. That has 4 kinds again. Tuchya Asakti, Kuti Nati. Our Gurudev used to talk hours and hours about this Kuti Nati. We'll come to that. Then Matsarya and Swapradishta Lalasa. What is Tuchya Asakti? Attachment to useless things. Something comes in my picture, I see. The thing is, something that comes to my picture is Mahatma Gandhi, great personality, who got attached to his pencil. So the pencil was so this thing, and then, somehow one day it got somewhere lost or something. He said, I want that pencil only. Otherwise, I cannot write anything. I won't get any mood. No, I want. Unless I really find that, somebody finds that pencil that I used yesterday, I am not going to write everything. He got so angry, and finally they were all struggling, and then search in the garbage and here and there. Finally they found the pencil this much. Then he got. Look at here, he got attached. Attached to what? Yeah, you can't really get another pencil. So like that, people are so getting attached to something. You can see. Everybody will be having some funny things that they are attached with. That is called tuchya. Tuchya means useless. Asakti means attachment. That is one of the bhava level also we saw that. But you are attached to tuchya. Tucham. In Tamil, tucham. Tuchya means no use. Kuppai. You are attached to the kuppai. That is why this heart is not strong. That is why. The heart is not free from these all kinds of illusions. So that is why the attachment is coming. Tomorrow, we will see why all these things are coming there like this and bothering us. Then the second one is big topic actually, Kuti Nati. Wicked deeds. We always trying to exploit others. And if somewhere there is a sales going on, we will always make sure that you really go early in the morning, like in these Thanksgiving holidays, early for 3 o'clock in the AM, because there is something on sale, I want to get it. And what will happen there? And when you are walking and somebody else is also trying to really go to the line, into the line, because I don't know about now everything is online. But what do? They're in front of the Best Buy or something, the crowd is getting formed those days, several years back this one is. And somebody is coming to join the line, and what do? You do whatever that necessary so that you get first in the line. Wicked. You even do wicked things. Wicked deeds and deceitful behavior. Even cheat. Because without the cheating, there is no business even. Nobody can do any business without cheating. Wicked things, it's not, so many things we can talk about that. But this is where most of the problem is there. Kuti Nati is the big problem. Then Matsarya. What is Matsarya? Matsarya means envy. Suppose somebody is really progressing, somebody making more money, somebody making more name, somebody making more disciples, somebody making this, and somebody is actually, oh yeah, he's getting better and better and better. What happened? The envy comes. This envy is applicable even in those organizations which are spiritually supposed to be oriented. This is a problem. Remember, you all would have heard about. Even the devotees of, it is said that the case is still going on. You must have really heard about that. So many, still the case is again coming back, surviving, coming back. The disciples of Srila Prabhupada poisoned Srila Prabhupada. Why? It is Kutinati also. And also look at here, oh, he's going high, now I want to also take this guru position. So they poisoned. Prabhupada himself said, somebody has poisoned me. And there now the lab works and everything, they're all are going on, and the GBC closed that. Somehow or other they put those who were involved, supposed to be, to really try to close it, they closed it, and then again it is coming, surfacing again. With new evidence now. And this is going on. So the envy is there in spiritual organization also. Suppose some bhaktas are actually building more temples or more preaching more. What do? They systematically make some rules, some false documents, and then grab their temples. It happened to one of our own friends. Matsarya, envy. How can they get Krishna Prema? This is why I was always telling, Bhakti, Prema Bhakti does not come through an organization, period. Just because somebody is actually in charge of giving initiation or something like that, you think that, oh, that means I will get Krishna Bhakti. No, you will get Diksha. Krishna Bhakti is a question. That is only pertaining to Guru who is free from all these things that we are talking about today. So the envy is one of them. And talking about envy, there is actually even some more things actually coming. I think I have had something here. Let me show you. I don't want to keep on dragging that. Where is that? See? Here you go. Okay. Luckily, okay. Here you go. I am really going to be bringing here. Because of the technology, I can do so many things now. Otherwise, it's not possible. This is from Srimad Bhagavatam. What is the envy means? Matsarya. Dharma projita kaitavo atra paramo. Nirmatsaranam satam. This Srimad Bhagavatam will make somebody's heart to make Krishna sucked into their heart. Whose heart? Nirmatsaranam satam. That saint, Sata means saint, that saint who has no envy. Now you can imagine who can really get Krishna in their heart. See, that makes it clearly now. You understand now? Nirmatsarya, right? It says Nirmatsyaranam satam. That is why I always say that it is Guru, does not matter. Even Mirabai's Guru was a cobbler. Just a shoemaker. Look at here. Others' shoe, daddy's shoe, he used to repair and then, give it there. She used to, put their, his hand, everything on their feet and make sure all the things are repaired. Look at that. He could give prema. That cobbler. Was that he was belonging to some big organization? No. And the fourth one is Swapradishta Lalasa. What is the Swapradishta Lalasa? This is another thing automatically come there which is related to envy. Desire for fame and prestige. Even sannyasis have this. Sannyasis are supposed to be renounced. Renounced from everything. But it is very difficult to really give away this. Even sannyasis have that. But unless these things are eliminated, Krishna Bhakti cannot be. Okay, now the time has come. And, okay, let me get back to these, where was that? Okay, here we will put a stop now. And from tomorrow morning, I hope that we should be able to finish this particular chapter. We'll see. And we'll start from this, what is this called? Hridaya Daurlabha, and proceed. Okay.